So I've been working on this for a little while, and I think I found some things for you to look for. So this is the edge of the sartorius, and it's getting a little goofy under here. I can't tell if I've gone too deep, but it seems like it's too thick, thicker than it should be. But that would be the sartorius. Underneath it, I can see the shiny epimysium. That's usually the rectus femoris. That's the shiny epimysium. This might be the pectineus or the adductor longus. I'm not sure which one it is. But next to it right here, right next to the femur, I can feel the bone right there. This is definitely the vastus medialis. So there might be a vastus intermedius underneath here. I'm going to have to go deeper to see if I can find the four quadriceps muscles. So I think I'm going to transect some of these muscles so we can look deeper on them. So I'm going to go ahead and transect the IT band and peek underneath it. To transect something, you're going to put your cut through it perpendicular to the direction that the muscle fibers would be going in, and then reflecting it is to open it like the pages in a book, to peel it back. And then we'll see if we can find the vastus lateralis, which is the lateral quadriceps muscle. And the rectus femoris. I think I'm going to transect and reflect what I think is the sartorius also. So I'm going to just cut through this and flap it back so we can look deeper at it. So this shiny one is rectus femoris. This one next to it, vastus medialis. The IT band, this kind of crescent moon shaped one is the tensor fascia lata. That's at the top of the IT band. And you can see this little circular area. If I could pick off this connective tissue, that would probably be the gluteus medius right there. On this side, it hasn't been dissected. You can see the little line. That's the edge of the biceps femoris. That's next to this white shiny stuff. That's the iliotibial tract. And you can see a little bit of a line along the bottom boundary. So in order to make it loose like this, I used my knife to just try to cut through the connective tissue, not into the muscle, and until it popped up and it lifted up more easily. And sometimes you accidentally cut into the muscle, but you try not to when you're dissecting. If you're doing a good job, then all of a sudden the whole muscle is just gonna kind of peel away like that. It's pretty neat and clean. And sometimes when you get a little opening underneath it, then you can find the rest of the line and continue it without tearing the muscles around it so much. So that's my finger underneath the biceps femoris. The hamstring group in cats, chickens, and humans is made of the same three muscles. The biceps femoris is the biggest and thickest in all of us, and it's found on the lateral side of the posterior portion of your leg. You can see in this diagram that the tendon for the biceps femoris inserts into the lateral portion of the tibia, whereas the tendons for the semimembranosus and tendinosus insert on the medial portion of the tibia. Semitendinosus is more superficial, and in a human, it's long and skinny and has a long tendon. In a cat, it's long and skinny. It's not so long and skinny in a chicken. And then the semimembranosus is deep to the semitendinosus. So you'll find all of those in the posterior portion of the thigh. And the bottom half of the chicken's leg below its femur, this is the gracilis, which was the most superficial one. That was a little straight one that went right across. And it's pretty thin, just like it was on the cat. And then underneath it, there's the hamstring group. So if you look at the back of the chicken's thigh, it has its 3 hamstrings muscles. The biceps femoris goes to the lateral side of its tibia, and the semitendinosus and semimembranosus go to the medial side. So these two I pulled apart. There was a little bit of fat kind of between them, so I could pull them apart. This is the semitendinosus, and this next one is the semimembranosus. On the lateral side of the leg, I was able to find kind of a line. That was the top edge of the biceps femoris. It's pretty thick compared to the other muscles, and it sort of made a little curved line right here that I cut through the epimysium. And then I could see the IT band, the iliotibial tract, and I think I can get my finger underneath it even and run my finger up underneath the tensor fascia lata, is the muscle at the top of the IT band. Ooh, underneath here, if you look inside where the hamstring group is, you can see this big white slimy looking thing. It's not all mushy like the fat is, but it's like a little band. That is the sciatic nerve. It's not going to be as tight as a tendon, so I could stretch it a little bit and I could probably break it, but you have this great big nerve going underneath your biceps femoris and into your spine. When you get a shot, a lot of times they won't give you a shot in your gluteus maximus because they're afraid they might hit that nerve. You would not want a nerve to get poked with a needle because it would cause excruciating pain and probably permanent nerve damage. So they usually give you your shot more to the side in your gluteus medius so that they won't. Or sometimes they'll give you your shot in your rectus femoris. Those are safer muscles to give you a shot in because you won't accidentally wham your needle into a nerve. So I hope you're not too repulsed by chicken legs. If you cook it up, then you can make it into a delicious feast for your family. I gave you guys a recipe for making some chicken soup, which is yummy, unless you're a vegetarian, which you may be now that you've dissected a chicken. Bye guys, see you later.